All right, so we're here once again, very, very, very quickly after the last video, and for very good reason. Keith Kinkaid has been put on waivers by the Montreal Canadiens. Um, that's right. It was reported about 20 or so minutes ago by Bob McKenzie and John Liu, um, on Twitter, of course, that Kinkaid was not at practice today, and that he was likely to be put on waivers at noon, and he's been put on waivers. Keith Kinkaid is seemingly done with the Montreal Canadiens. I'm assuming he's going to get picked up more than likely by Toronto because they need a backup goaltender that can actually stop pucks. But then again, the Canadiens need a goaltender who can stop pucks in general. And discussions running all over the Canadiens' Twitter or Habs' Twitter sphere about who's getting the call up. A majority of people are saying Charlie Lindgren. Some people are thinking Michael McNiven with a surprise call up just because he's not getting the playing time in Laval. And a few very little people. I haven't seen anyone actually saying Cayden Primeau gets the call up. As for me, I think Primeau should get the call up personally. I think calling him up for a couple games because I believe he is waiver exempt. I think if we were to send him back down because he hasn't played actually 9 NHL games, so technically he is a rookie, so he would be able to be sent back down without waivers. I'm pretty sure. So me personally, I do think that Cayden Primeau could get the call up, and actually, first off, I think this is just another move in the tanking of the Montreal Canadiens, because Primeau, in my opinion, he played well. He played well in the 5 games he played. Sadly, he didn't get the wins or the save percentage, but I thought he did play quite well with Montreal. He was making very, very good saves, and of course, you can't put Carey Price on waivers. I don't even think he would be able to be put on waivers at this point. So Kinkaid is the one that's getting sent down. And honestly, I can see why a lot of people would think Charlie Lindgren is going to get the call-up because he, of course, has played with the Canadiens before. In previous years, he was pretty much the starting goaltender when Price went down in 15-16. And, he's been played in Laval for the most part pretty much since then. I believe he has played a couple games, though, with the Canadiens, mostly preseason, as has Primeau. Primeau's only played, I believe he's only played 2 or 3 preseason games. I'm pretty sure 2. I'm pretty sure 3, excuse me. Honestly, I would go with him for now. Call him up, give him a couple games of experience in the NHL, because next year he is going to be the backup. I would say he's the starter, but I don't know. Unless Carey Price gets traded, which he really should be at this point, and continue with the tanking nature of the Canadiens, I really think that that Primeau should get the call up. And I'm not saying he's a bad goaltender. Obviously, the opposite. He's a great goaltender. But I think giving him a couple games in the NHL and then sending him back down, calling up someone else would be much better. Because you give the kid a little bit of experience and send him back down to Laval. And I could see why people think Michael McNiven can get the call up. Apparently, he's been very underrated. He hasn't been getting the ice time in Laval, which is why I feel like if they do call up Lindgren, McNiven would probably get the backup role in Laval. But personally, I would go with Primeau, McNiven, Lindgren. If I were to rank them, I would choose personally Primeau, McNiven, Lindgren. Like I said, just because from what I've seen of Lindgren, I'm not a fan of his. I don't like the guy. Well, it's not I don't like him. I don't like his playing style. He's not a great goaltender from what I've seen of him for over the past few years, and yeah, I think Primeau would be a much better fit as of right now for the Montreal Canadiens on their roster, and yeah, I think Primeau, with the tanking nature of the Canadiens right now, missing Drouin, Mete, and Byron, as I mentioned in an earlier live stream this morning, I just honestly think at this point it's either out of desperation to call up Primeau or Lindgren or McNiven, whoever they do choose. I do think it'll most likely be Lindgren if since that's the obvious choice. But I don't know. I feel like Julien and Bergevin, but especially Julien, I honestly think they're panicking at this point because I think their jobs are on the line. I think if they lose Tuesday against the Islanders on the Habs, the eve of the Habs 110th I almost said loss in a row. Jesus, thank God not. 110th anniversary on the eve of it. If they lose to the Islanders, which if you lose to the Islanders, you pretty much that's a wrap on your season. And not because they're good, just because you lost to the Islanders, really? Yeah. Except for Toronto. Toronto, the trashy fans in New York always get to the Maple Leafs. But yeah, I think if they lose to the Islanders on Tuesday, and then I think they're in Colorado on Thursday. If you lose 10 in a row like that, yeah, I think you're gonna have to can Claude Julien. I mean, personally, I would have canned him after 8 because I think it's pretty clear a lot of the players don't want to play for him. But I don't know. I feel like perhaps they're gonna wait until it's a 10-game losing streak and just be like, oh, maybe we can turn it around, just a little bit of glimmer of hope, and then if once it gets to 10, it's like, okay, yeah, this is the opposite of what we wanted. We wanted 10 wins in a row, not 10 losses. So Julien, you're done. And personally, I've seen a lot of people saying this is a move out of because Julien doesn't trust Kinkaid. I can't really see that, honestly. I mean, obviously I'm not an NHL head coach, obviously. Just saying, you've never seen me and Claude Julien in the same room together. But really, I feel as though it was more so a move out of just desperation, really. Like, hey, we need change around here. We can't call up Paling again for whatever reason. This is because Thompson's doing well. Kotkaniemi, he's starting to get into it again. He's starting to get his move together. He's starting to play better. And you can't call it Paling, really. It's better to give him first line a Laval time than give him third or fourth line NHL time, in my opinion, at least. You just lost Mete, so you're probably going to have Riley and or Kulak, more than likely Kulak, stepping into that role and maybe rotating with Sherrod Olofsson. Rotating like that. And so, yeah, I think waiving Kinkaid, who knows? Maybe this is the spark that the Canadiens need. Like, hey, we just lost Mete. We just waived Kinkaid. We have, let's just say, Primeau in net. Let's just go out there and be better. But I don't know. I feel like if Julien gets fired, that's probably the tipping point. Like, okay, we're no longer in a tank. We're going to win now. And personally, I'm all for the tank this season. I'm all for trading Weber, Price, and Byron. Getting, if you can, Marc-Andre Fleury, getting Jean-Gabriel Pajot, get a couple first-round picks. And, just tank. Get 3-4 straight first-rounders. Get the first through fourth first-round draft picks, and boom, go for that. But yeah, so Kinkaid is on waivers. This is probably not a very good thing for the Canadiens in terms of goaltenders, or in terms of waivers, because I'm pretty sure, that Toronto is going to pick up Kinkaid. If somehow no one picks up Kinkaid, I'm going to be very, very shocked by that personally. And then, of course, I won't be shocked if someone does pick up Kinkaid. But yeah, Kinkaid is on waivers, and I can see Lindgren being called up. I want Primeau, and I'd be happy if it's McNiven. I don't know how you say his name. Michael McNiven. Pretty sure it's McNiven. So yeah, guys, thankfully, some not so bad Habs news, more or less. I mean, Kinkaid, who knows? If Primeau comes up, maybe he'll get 3 straight shutouts. Who knows? He could. The kid could. He played very well in preseason. Yeah, guys, that's going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite, sharing, which Clues Blaze not limited to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and everything else. Sorry. My name is Sarah Rice. Subscribe to my Puff Clip. Subscribe to the HD Clip. Shout out to my moderator, Jesse, for getting me this dope-ass webcam I've been using for about 2 months now. Links in the description on my Twitter. My Twitter, I've been using a lot more in the last 24 hours or so. My Twitch, I haven't been using it all because I still got to figure out how to use OBS with Twitch, not Twitter. And and actually stream from there without it lagging like crazy. Probably has something to do more so with my Wi-Fi than anything. But yeah, my Amazon wish list is also in the description below. That's where you're gonna find items pretty much that are on my wish list. And if anyone chooses to get me anything off of there, any other month they'd be opened in a video or whatever. But in this for this month, December, they will be kept on my table and opened on a special Christmas live stream. The live stream will be December 25th. Obviously, it's gonna be short, maybe an hour, hour and a half or so. It's gonna be a fun Christmas live stream. At least I think so, hoping so. Whether there's a package to open or there isn't, which there probably isn't. There more than likely won't be. But if there is, I will be happy. I'll be happy either way, actually. But yeah, my letterbox is also in the description. That's where I rate and review movies. Of course, I'm getting viewers now that I'm about to end the stream, which that really sucks. But yeah, the letterbox is where I rate and review movies. Most of the time I rate them. Sometimes I do review them though. Joker's my most recent review, for example. My letterbox is where you can find my movies I love, movies I don't like. Spoiler: bad comedy went to a very big dislike for me. And you can check out my letterbox for movies I like. Unless you want to wait for a movie for a video at the end of the month, the Monkey Times Nudge. So yeah, guys, that's gonna do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Harry Rice, and I am out. Peace.